Hello, 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 hello. I am super duper happy to be here tonight. And I want to tell you, we are talking about bad air, not bear air. Bad air can kill. So tonight, you're going to find out ways to be proactive to improve the quality of air. But first and foremost, you know where I'm going. Pow! Get your notepad and get your pen. If you don't have your notepad and pen, get your makeup bag, ladies and fellas. Get whatever bag y'all use. Pull out your magic marker, pull out your eyeliner, pull out your mascara, even pull out your lipstick if you have to, and come on in and get in where you fit in. Note takers are money makers, and don't forget, note takers are change makers when you put the notes into action. So as you come on in, go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from. And how about this? Tonight, I know you're saying, Lotus, go to the cup. Go to the cup. What's in your cup tonight? Well, I got a surprise for you. I don't have a cup tonight, but you can get your cup and make things out of sight. I got a bottle of water. I'm drinking lemon water tonight, y'all. Fresh lemons. I cut up in the kitchen and I squeeze it. I got this lemon press. I'll have to show y'all one day. I've got this lemon press. Squeeze the lemons into a cup, and then I took a little funnel and put it in a bottle and poured the lemon juice in there. That's news you could use. So if you want to alkaline your system more, get some lemons. Squeeze the juice out, pour it in your bottle. And if you don't want to squeeze the juice out because you don't got muscles, or you're trying to develop muscles, go ahead and get you some already squeezed lemon in the lemon juice bottle. So listen, I'm going to be drinking Izumio tonight too. Now I'm whispering because y'all know Hillary always puts us to work. She's the queen of the lymphatic bounce, and she always makes sure she has her Izumio. So I got mine on the spot. So when you come in, let us know where you're coming in from, because we want to know. We want to say hello, howdy, hola, buenos dias, buenos como estás, and how the heck are you doing when you come in? So look, we're going to get started. I'm going right to the back to get Hillary Gooden. So I'm going there. Y'all ready? Let me go get Hillary. Hillary, where you at? Hillary.
Here I
What's
mean,
up, Hill? Woo-hoo!
hey, that's what we said from Chicago. Yes, how you
Right
doing
is.
tonight, Lotus?
If I was any better, it'd be two of me telling two of you the same thing. I'm doing fantastic.
Yes,
Listen, Hill, we got a great lady in the house tonight. And for those of you, I know y'all know Miss Hillary. You know she's the CEO of Vibrant Life. She's a coach. She's a lymphologist. She's an author. She's a speaker. She's a co-host. She's the queen of the lymphatic bounce. She's my friend and your friend, and she's ready to help you win. So with no further ado, let's talk about our wonderful guest, Miss Mary Cofield.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
Hill, why don't you share some stuff with the folks about Miss Mary Cofield?
wonderful. So it says Mary is a baby boomer entrepreneur. She started her formal career as an IRS tax agent. I used to work at IRS as a revenue rep. And she retired from that position after 30 plus years of public service. That's just the tip of who she is. Yes.
Yes. So with that being said, let's tell a little more secret sauce about Miss Mary after she retired.
Okay, so after retirement, she started a business as a travel consultant, turning her passion for travel into a profitable business. During the pandemic, Mary pivoted her focus to the importance of air quality. It's there's no limit to what a person can do. You can be the IRS taxation for IRS for 30 years. Then you can be a travel agent for however many years. And then you can change to something totally different. None of them have anything to do with the other. That's what's so wonderful about living life.
Exactly. And you can recreate yourself. And what Mary did when the pandemic struck, she discovered like the importance of air quality. And it happened as a result of seeking ways to keep her family and herself safe. And especially when her granddaughter got sick. And so when she comes on, I'm going to ask her to tell a little bit about that story, because when I sat with her and she shared that story with me, it really moved me. It was so powerful. So, folks, if you are ready for our guest, Mary Cofield, to come in, go ahead and put a number 1 in the comment block below. Put a number 1 in the comment block below. And y'all, I'm telling you, you might want to do this now. You can take your socks off now, because when Mary Cofield comes in, she is going to blow your socks off. So with no further ado, we're going to go backstage and get our guest, Miss Mary Cofield, right for you. We'll be right back. It's that time for News You Can Use with Dr. Lotus Rashay and the remarkable Hillary Gunnin, the queen of the lymphatic valve, with Mary Cofield on the show tonight. And we're going to talk about the importance of quality care. You need to know it, because it's more news that you can use. Let's go. Mary Cofield is in the house tonight, y'all. Woo! All right. Mary Cofield. Come on, y'all. All right.
Welcome.
Hello, Miss Mary Cofield. How you doing?
I am fine, and thanks for inviting me to the show. Thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. We are happy to have you here, first and foremost. Hillary did a remarkable job introducing you, telling folks about you, telling folks what you do. But we would like you to share more about you. It might be something that I haven't said. It might be some secret sauce. So please share more about yourself with our viewers.
Well, it'll be my pleasure. So yes, I do think of myself as a baby boomer entrepreneur. That means I was a late bloomer as far as entrepreneurship. But life has been good. And then that, as you said, that pandemic hit, and my granddaughter contracted the virus. Well, I tell people I went into grandmother mode. And those of you that are mothers and grandmothers, you know what that means. I tortured her day and night until she recovered. And in the same time, I did a lot of research to make sure not only I could help her recover, but to keep her from bringing that stuff home to us. So, I love her, but that's not one thing I wanted to share. I did not want to share COVID-19 with her. So that's how I got started in doing my own research and became an informed, educated consumer.
All right. I love it.
To the table.
I love it. So we got some secret sauce, Miss Mary, and we're going to dive right into the secret sauce and get our viewers started off right. So look, y'all, we don't own the rights to the music, but this happens to be one of Mary's songs. So come on, y'all. Let's go. Anybody know this? Come on, those of you that jump into grandma mode when your babies can sing. Come on. This is Maze and Frankie Beverly. You make me happy. Oh, all right now. All right.
You stood right beside me.
All right, everybody like, why you stop the music? Why you stop the music? Because we had to do it. We just want to get you going. If you like Frankie Beverly and Maze, go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment block below. Because this is going to be a dynamic show. So we're going to get right into it. Thank you, Miss Mary, for sharing one of your favorite songs with us. So tonight, folks, tonight we are talking about a remarkable topic that's going to help you and help you help someone help themselves. So, Hill, what are we talking about tonight?
So our topic, bad air can kill.
All right,
Find out
fantastic.
ways to be proactive to improve quality air.
So I usually like to put people in the sizzle seat, but
That's
Hill
hot.
is going to put her in the sizzle seat first tonight. I
Yeah.
love it because ain't no sizzle seat like a sizzle seat that our lymphologist creates. You put that on
Yeah.
repeat.
We
So
talking,
let's get
yeah, we're talking about air quality. That's some serious talking right
Mhm.
there.
Right.
So, Mary, Miss Cofield, how can we improve indoor air quality?
Well, I first want to share how important it is to have air quality, because we take 20,000 breaths a day. And can you see my screen, Lotus?
let me put that up here. I'll add it. There we go.
Yes.
Okay. So can you see the screen
Yes,
now?
we can see it.
Yes.
Great. Because that says it all. We take 20,000 breaths a day, and it pays for them to be quality ones. So
Right.
let's talk about how you can improve your indoor air quality. And some of these things are free. Some of these things is just, if you knew about it, you could do it. You can't do better unless you know better. So one of the first things you can do to improve indoor air quality is open the windows. Back in the day, my mom used to do spring cleaning, and I hated it. She made us open up all the windows. We had to turn the mattress, beat the rug, wash the windows, and I absolutely hated it. But she had her own method of improving the air quality, letting good air in and letting bad air out. And then another option you have is make sure your air conditioner ducts and filters are clean. If the air is going to be circulating, you want clean air that's circulating. So that's another easy approach to improving your air quality. And now we're going to talk about no or low volatile organic compounds.
Okay, so hold on one second, Miss Mary. I'm getting some feedback. If you have your phone nearby, you may want to slide it, pass it off to someone so you don't get any feedback.
So my phone is not on, so I don't know where that's coming from.
Okay.
Okay, so can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that no or low volatile organic compounds are products that you may not even think about that are VOCs. For example, did you know your hairspray? Did you know that cleaning stuff that you got in your house? And there are some companies out there that talk about having products that don't have that VOC, that are not those VOCs. So there are things that are putting chemicals in your air that are improving the quality. So once you know about them, then you can either reduce it or don't use them. And then did you know that there are certain house plants that you can have that improve the air quality? I know that snake, you've heard of that, what did they call it?
Mother's tongue?
They call it what is the snake plant?
Snake plant?
Yes. English ivy, flamingo lily, weeping fig, and devil's eye. They all cleanse the air and help with those VOCs that are floating around in your airspace.
Okay, so hold on one second, because I'm already getting people want to know what those plants again. So one quick moment, I'd like you to take a moment and say those plants one more time. And we're going to make sure that they're up here so people can see them. Okay.
So some
snake plant.
Some top of the line ones are the English ivy. It's great for reducing mold. Another one is the snake plant. It absorbs some of those toxins that are coming from the VOCs. The lady palm plant, absorbs toxins. The flamingo lily, the weeping fig, and the last one is devil's ivy. They all cleanse the air of some of those chemicals that are being put off from those products and household goods.
So are these plants easy to get?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Snake plant, they're everywhere. So these are not exotic plants that you would have. You could get them at any place that has plants. Absolutely. Now,
all right, fantastic.
Word of caution. Most of them, if they are consumed by pets or children, they can be toxic.
Okay. All right. So by pets or children, they can be toxic. So
yes,
make sure you keep them high out of the reach of your pets and or your children. Okay.
If they're ingested.
Right.
Okay. And then, of course, one of the most effective ways to improve your air quality is through air purifiers. They are becoming very popular because people are concerned about air quality. So we will talk a little bit more about what you need to look for in an air purifier so that you can make sure it's meeting your needs.
Awesome. Fantastic. So let's get right back into the other questions that we had. So I like that you have these things that you're sharing with our folks, and you're being very clear and candid about. You're not just telling us about it, you're telling us here, these are things that can actually help you. So let me ask you this. What factors do we need to consider to start purchasing, like different air purifiers and or to purchase quality air?
Okay, good question. Because there are a lot of factors, and this is where it pays to be an informed, educated consumer. So when you're looking for an air purifier, number one, you need to consider what is the size of the room or the size of the home that you're trying to cover. Of course, cost is a factor, but let me ask you, how important is breathing compared to cost? So yes, everything is not free, but there are many different cost factors out there to help you stay within your budget, but still do something that's proactive to improve your air.
And let me ask you this, because I think, and I don't know, you may want to chime in on this too, because you may know as well. I know a lot of times when you get like an air purifier, some companies that sell them, they won't charge you the full price up front. You can like pay in installments that I've seen in the past. What about you, Hill?
Oh, well, I haven't encountered air purifiers of that nature, so I don't really have a comment on that. But I was wondering, while you were speaking about the plants and all of those things, is there a way to test your air quality to know the quality? Is it any better than before?
And there are companies and there are instruments that you can get, and you can get them from any on Amazon or any other place that will help measure your air quality. Yes, so there are instruments that can help do that, and on a full approach is how you feel. What kind of side effects are you having? So, if you notice when you're spraying all this stuff that you don't feel good, then you're putting stuff in the air that you shouldn't be putting in the air. Absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
And so go ahead. And so I know. Go ahead.
I was just thinking just about that VOC, when I was looking at the word volatile. I mean, that's pretty bad.
Oh, yeah. And some of the things that did you know the glue and carpet and your hairspray and even some of the dishwashing detergents have those chemicals. You would not believe that. And we're going to share some resources with you so that you can learn a little bit more about those VOCs. Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. So when you're talking about what do you consider? We talked about size, we talked about cost. You also need to look at effectiveness. Now, the air purifiers, some address toxins, some address odors, some address VOCs, some address allergies, some address allergies. So you need to look at the different types of purifiers and purchase one that addresses the needs that you have. You may be allergic, real sensitive to VOCs.
Right.
Other people may not. So you need to do your homework and look at exactly what the air purifier is going to offer to meet your needs.
Right. Okay.
Right.
The other factor is maintenance. Some require that you change filters. Some require that you place them one in a room. Some require that you replace the filters every month. Some require that you replace it every 6 months. So when you're looking at an air purifier, just don't look at the cost, but look at the cost of the maintenance. Very important.
Right.
The other factor is noise. Do you want it to feel like an airplane going through your house? Or do you want it quiet as a mouse? So you need to evaluate how noisy is this thing going to be. So yeah, I'm going to have good air, but can I hear? Very important.
Right.
And then, of course, the energy use. Most of them do not use much energy. Most of them are about the currency of a light bulb. So most of them do not burn a lot of energy, but it's something to consider. And then special features. Does it have a remote? Does it have an adjustable fan? Does it have a different exposure rate? Can I adjust it for up to 500 feet or 5,000 feet? What are the features? So all of those things that should be considered when you are determining what air purification system is going to work for you. Very important.
All right.
So in all of these things, they actually play a factor in the cost, the quality, and longevity and serviceability. Correct?
Yes.
And so people really need to be able to really sit down and take a truthful look at what they're willing to sacrifice for having bad air. Because there is a sacrifice and there's a consequence. So Hillary talks about the lymphatic system a lot. And so I want to know, Hillary, in your opinion, how does bad air play a part on the lymphatic system?
Again, when you're breathing in, like they say, indoor air is not as healthy for you as outdoor air, breathing fresh air, because you're breathing the same dust and mites and all of that stuff, that's in the air. That's why, like Mary was talking about her mom opening the doors, opening the windows and let it air out, because we have those things, how can I say, like the smells and the stale air that gets in the soft stuff, like the couches and all of that. Everything needs to be aired out, the rugs, like you said, because breathing in that same stale air is not going to be as good for you as making sure you get you some fresh air. So, and then we're talking about indoor clean air. So it makes a difference.
And go ahead, Mary.
No, I was going to say, because we got into this dilemma going all the way back to the 70s during the oil embargo. Everybody started super insulating and super locking in everything. We locked in to conserve heat. We locked in to conserve energy. But at the same time, we were locking in mold, bacteria, and viruses.
Right.
So that's where it all initiated. Everything is now so airtight.
I wanted to say, I haven't had I'm sorry, a air purifier.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to have like where our church is, we have to have a humidifier. And it's
Mm-hmm.
amazing to me how much water, you can't see it. But when you go to that humidifier to empty it, it's full of water that it
Mm-hmm.
pulls
Yes.
right out of the atmosphere. So
Mm-hmm.
along with at the dampness in the air particles and different stuff is in the air as well. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. And that's one of the leading causes. Bad air is one of the leading causes for people who suffer with allergies,
Yes.
Absolutely.
asthmas, and things of that nature. People who suffer with lung conditions,
Yeah.
oftentimes it's triggered by bad air. That's just one of the things that trigger it.
Yeah.
There are other
Yeah.
outside things that also trigger,
Mm-hmm.
like smoking and pollution, air pollution, and stuff like that. But
Right.
we can control what we can control in our own environment. And I think that's a critical piece of having a healthy life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, wow, just powerful stuff. So, thank you, ladies, for sharing that. So, Miss Mary, would you please continue?
Well, now that we talked about what you need to look for, now I want to educate you on the different types, because just like there's variety in what you get,
Mhm.
there's also variety in what technology you get that's
Right.
included in the air purification. And the one that most people are familiar with is the HEPA
Yeah.
filters. That goes back to that oil embargo. We started using HEPA filters, which is actually high efficiency particulate air.
Mhm.
That's what HEPA stands for. And with the HEPA filter, it's seeking to suck in the bad air, send it through this filter, and put out some better air. So that's what people are most familiar with, and it is effective, but there are other technologies, and again, it depends on with what you're trying to accomplish. Now, HEPA filters, they're able to trap mold and bacteria, but they are effective at tracking airborne, but they don't remove odors,
Mm.
chemicals, or gases. So when you're looking at a HEPA filter, here goes again. What is your need?
Right.
What are you trying to accomplish? A
Mhm.
lot of people are looking for ways to combat the cross contamination of COVID-19.
Right.
So you need to look to see exactly what the technology is and the data that supports what that technology is able to do. So a HEPA filter is effective. It may not be all you need, but it is effective. Now, the second one is this activated carbon. Now, this is actually, it's used in conjunction with others. It's actually has high absorbency, and it actually traps and bonds the things that it comes in contact with. And most carbon filters are a great help in dealing with contaminations in the air. However, they have low efficiency in removing allergens and airborne particles.
Mhm.
So again, when you have an activated carbon,
Mhm.
that technology is usually combined with another technology.
Mhm.
And then you've got the UV technology. This is where a lot of people know about the UV lamp that
Mhm.
you use it's great for killing bacteria
Right.
and viruses, but
Mhm.
it requires that the germs come within the light. It
Right.
doesn't have wide exposure.
Mhm.
And again, when the UV technology is used, is usually in conjunction with another technology.
Mhm.
Then you got the negative ions.
Mhm.
Well, negative ions in the atmosphere, you have negative ions, you've got positive ions, and negative ions attach to the positive and make them heavy, and then they fall to the surface. But the problem with that is, if that's the only technology you're using, a lot of times these ions will attach to the walls.
Right.
It'll attach to the surface. You'll see a film or darkness on the walls because those ions are catching the bad stuff, but it's not eliminating it. It's just attaching it and placing it on the walls. So again, this is technology that is great, but you need to have something else going on with it.
Right, right.
And then you have ozone. People talk about ozone. Ozone in the stratosphere, 31 miles above the earth, is real important. If it was not for that ozone, you would burn up from the sun. But ozone at ground level can get trapped. So there are purifiers that use ozone. It's a great odor killer. People that are smoking, that is a great odor killer, and it does help, but you need to be cautious when you're using ozone as a purification. You have to follow the rules. It's just like electricity. It can be good, it can be bad. If you don't use and follow the rules for electricity, it can be bad. So it has great potential, but you need to follow the rules.
Yes.
And
So
then,
here's what I like to do. I like to take a quick break, and then I want to come back. I want to come back and go ahead and acknowledge our viewers, because we have viewers trickling in, and some of them may have some questions. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the comment block below. And all of this information that you're hearing today during our discussion about bad air can kill, finding out ways to, have more pure air. This information has been studied for a long duration by our guest today. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, please go ahead and put them in the comment block. And we're going to go and be right back in maybe one shake of a lamb's tail. And so while we're shaking some lamb's tail, you go ahead and get your questions prepared. We'll be right back. What are you trying to improve? Improve your health and your wealth by using Izumio Naturally Plus, and join us at Rubber Wellness. What's in your water? If you're an entrepreneur and you are ready to live the dream in 2021, well, come on and get on board with the visibility strategist herself, the CEO of Unity in Service, where people need people, the phenomenal Patricia Rogers, as she presents Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021. It's an online event that you don't want to miss. there will be several opportunities for public speakers, public TEDx speakers. You heard it right, public TEDx speakers. Starting on February 25th, 2021, June 24th, 2021, October 21st, 2021, April 22nd, 2021, and August 26th, 2021. You don't want to miss this. Get at her at info@patriciarogers.com, info@patriciarogers.com, where unity and service, where people need people.
Hi, busy women leaders. I'm talking to you. Are you juggling your family, your business, your career, and your health? Afraid that if just one ball drops to the ground, everything could fall apart because everybody's looking at you. You're stressed and overwhelmed. You're looking for answers, for help that's real help, for solutions. I have Vibrant Life Solutions that can help you. I am Hillary Gooden, the Vibrant Life Coach, author, speaker, lymphologist, and pastor. I empower busy women leaders with strategies to reduce stress and anxiety while increasing energy, clarity of mind, better sleep, better health, and vitality. Oh yeah, and boost your immunity. If you're ready for that, you say, you know, I need that in my life right now. Let's connect. You can reach me at www.hillarygooden.com. You can direct message me on Facebook or LinkedIn at Hillary Gooden. Or else if you would like to get on a free 20-minute strategy call, a clarity call, go to bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. That's bit.ly/Hillary Gooden. I absolutely believe you got the power to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life.
All right, and we are back. And for those of you that are here with us tonight, we're super duper happy to have you here. We have Mary Cofield here with us tonight, and she is let's see, how could I say this? She's an advocate. She's a speaker. But most importantly, she loves for people to have quality air, and she advocates for people to have the best air that they can have. And so with no further ado, we're going to go right to you. Hey, Laura Faye from the Philippines. Who else do we have?
We got Darlene Brooks. This is extremely informative and relevant. Welcome.
All right, fantastic. Who else do we have up there? Miss Cofield, who else do we have? I'll put that back up in a minute. Go ahead.
Are you asking me who's on the call, or are you asking me to keep talking?
I'm asking you to read who's on the who's here with us.
Okay, I can't see that. I just see my screen.
Oh, okay. So Barbara Harrod, she's here. Who else is here? Hill.
Okay, we got Tracy Kincaid, and she says thank you.
All right, Dr. Johnny Vega's here with us tonight. It's good to see you. Who else is here? Hill.
Okay, Harris. Oh, I love Harris. Hello, Dr. Lotus.
And Dorothy Ross is here all the way from Chateau. Good to see you. Good to see you. So listen, we're going to jump right back in and keep going with the 6 types of air purification systems, why we need them, why they're good. And you were talking about ozone a few minutes ago, which I thought was fantastic, because you were also talking about we have to kind of obey the laws of each item that we use. And I love to hear that. And so please continue from where you were.
Yes. So ozone really has a bad rap. People don't understand it, and it's been around for decades. Hospitals, it has been around and been very effective as a purification. But as I said, just like electricity, you got to follow the rules.
Yes.
So the last system I want to talk about in the options is the photocatalytic oxidation. So it sounds like a mouthful. It is the newest technology. And this technology actually is combining multiple technologies to take a more aggressive, a proactive approach. With the photocatalytic oxidation, it's actually using UV rays, is using hydroxyl radicals, is using water molecules that is in the air, is using what is that, titanium dioxide. It sounds like it's real complicated, but what makes it so effective is that it is proactive. Using this type of technology differs than the HEPA filter, because the HEPA filter is trying to suck in
Right.
and clean the air. With this type of technology, it's on a seek and destroy mission. It's actually sending these superoxides out into the atmosphere, looking for the contaminants and destroying them. So it's an important new technology. The HEPA filter is more about trapping it. The photocatalytic oxidation is about destroying it. So a whole different type of technology. Now, here's the thing. You want to look for units that are going to meet your needs. And based on my discussion I've had with you, you need to look for the unit that has multiple technologies in it. Some are going to be great for odors. Some are going to be great for allergies. Some will be great for VOCs. Look for something that's going to have multiple technologies so that you can get a good quality cross multiple processes to give you the best quality air available. And there are units out there that can meet those needs. You just need to do your homework. You need to do your homework, and we're going to help you with that.
Yes.
Two things came to mind as you were talking over this list. One was about ozone. It seemed like we started hearing about ozone. That was in the 70s also.
Yes.
You heard it more and more. It's like the ozone. Ooh, the ozone. Nobody really understood what the heck is the ozone. Has it always been here, or did it just show up, or what's going on?
Part of that is because in certain states, specifically California, you can't sell any products, no air purifier, no nothing that has ozone. And that's because the smog in California traps it. So California is one, and it might be the only state that you can't sell products that have ozone. And they also do an emission testing of cars because that can also impact the ozone level.
That's when that started,
Yes.
People, there was back in the day, people today, young people today, or millennials, whatever, they don't understand that quality of air used to be really bad. On people's cars, they would have smoke coming out of their cars. And that's when the emission testing started back then to stop that, because it was damaging the ozone. Okay, I think I just got a revelation. It was damaging the ozone layer,
Yes.
And it was awful back then.
Yes.
And then when you were talking about this last one, photocatalytic, I couldn't help just to bring a little brevity here. I think that's the word. Maybe if it's not, we'll find another one. But the word that kept coming to me was supercalifragilistic. I don't know. Something about that word just made me think about chitty chitty bang bang.
Well, in the trade industry, it's known as POCs. Everything got an initial. They call it POC technology.
Yeah. And then, just one more thing before you move on, and that was when you were talking about obeying the laws of air. Is that how you put it? In my work, I talk about obeying the laws of health. You know, when you obey the laws, just like in the law of the land, for the most part, when you obey the laws, you reap the benefits
Right.
of your freedom
Right.
and your liberty, right?
Right.
And when
Right.
you don't obey, you reap the consequences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. And I something that came to mind, Mary, when you were speaking, you talked about the difference between the different type of filters and air purifiers, and you talked about the fact that some trap particles, especially I think some of
They
our
have
primary concerns are the viruses. Okay, how these particles are trapped in these filters versus how the photocatalytic oxidation one does. It seeks out to destroy. So my question was, when we have these filters that we use, especially those that we have to change out, how is this affecting us if we're touching these filters and they have these particulates in it that would do us harm?
Great question, because now people don't think about that when you're changing them, because if they have viruses or whatever, they could live for a period of time. So you need to have on gloves. You need to change those filters when there is a good ventilation. So yes, that is when you're talking about trapping the viruses versus killing them. And some of these that are noted here, they have been proven to reduce and eliminate the COVID-19.
Right.
Yeah.
And so at all times when we're dealing with these type of filters that don't eliminate, that just trap, it's a good rule of thumb to make sure we're wearing gloves. And I would even venture to say even a face mask and eye protection, simply because, have you ever had a filter and you dropped it accidentally, or you hit it up against the wall and then stuff just went everywhere?
Yeah.
That's very probable that it could happen. So it's almost like donning proper PPE. No, it's not almost. It's like donning proper PPE in your house, because this is why we have filtration systems to filter out the bad air and make sure it pushes through the clean air for our lungs. So even when we're changing this, we need to be careful. Now, I know a lot of times we'll have people come in from different companies and they'll change out our filters and they don't even wear protective gear, but they really should. And so it just stood out to me. And even with the products that kill the viruses, the virus residue, and I know this might sound really funny, but the virus residue, once it's dead, what happens to it?
Some of the air purification systems not only clean the air, but they clean the surface.
Yes.
So that's where it pays to do your homework. Make sure you're reading and doing your homework so that you're getting the best quality air purification system available for you. And the variety is out there.
Exactly. So I know you said that there's a variety out there, and I'm really looking forward to hearing some more about the different varieties. And I want to say thank you, because you took the liberty to create something special for our viewers. So can you talk to us about that as well?
Because
once you get to it.
Sure. And I'm there.
All right.
Because I wanted people to be informed, educated consumers. And I've done research and I've developed a resource document that gives you an opportunity to look at what I looked at.
Right.
Read what I read. Look at the different models that are out there. Look at the different systems. So we've developed a resource document that if you send your information to Lotus and send her your email, we'll be glad to send you that resource document so that you can do your own research and review what I've shared with you. Now, additionally, when you send her an email to request it, indicate what your interest is in air quality. Is it to combat COVID-19 so that you feel safer, that you're getting rid of it or reducing it in your home? Is it because it's allergy season? Is it because of VOCs? You've been spraying Lysol and everything all over the house, and now you got VOC chemicals floating around. What is your focus for air quality? And that would help us to again help you make an informed decision.
Right. And that's half the battle, being informed, because a lot of times we are not informed and we don't really realize bad air can kill us. And in many cases, a lot of the bad air is killing us every day. It's affecting our lungs, it's affecting our eyes, it's affecting our skin, it's affecting our hair, it's affecting every facet of our existence.
And Lotus, until this pandemic, I kind of took quality air for granted. I breathe in, I breathe out, air's fine with me. But it wasn't until I found that COVID was airborne.
Yes.
And my granddaughter contracted it, and we're breathing the same air, that I wanted to find out what could I do to reduce that cross-contamination. And there are ways of doing that. Of course, following the CDC guidelines, of course, wearing your mask, all of those things help.
Yes.
But improving the air quality, because you can wipe a surface, but how do you wipe the air?
Exactly. You can't. Yeah. Well, I don't want to say you can't, because we know all the time people spray things in the environment. They go high up in these planes and they spray things in the environment, these chemicals. So they can spray the air, but the average person don't have a plane to go up in their neighborhood and spray the air. And typically, even if they had a little drone, they don't have nothing on that drone to fly up in the top of their house and just spray all over the house, clean air, clean air, clean air, clean air. It just don't work that way.
Yeah. And keep in mind that when you spray, that may kill the germs right then and there, but people breathing. As soon as that dissipates, people still breathing.
Exactly.
So it needs to be something that's more continuous.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. And so I thank you for sharing what you shared with us tonight, because as many people have said, Darlene Brooks said this is a extremely informative and relevant topic. And Barbara said information is so needed. Angela said this is really great information. She said, I will definitely check the resource guide. It's so needed, especially for COVID-19. And that's unequivocal. It is so needed, especially for people who already have existing conditions with their lungs, fibromyalgia, asthma, and just a myriad of different health concerns. This is very well needed to protect themselves and protect the people that they love.
Absolutely.
So, if you would, folks, go ahead and make sure you connect with us to get your free resource guide. And let us know. And you can get that guide by sending me an email, lotus@lotusrocheignitesyou.com, lotus@lotusrocheignitesyou.com. And all you have to do is say, hi, may I have the free resource guide for good air? That's all you got to do. And we'll send it out to you expediently. This information has been put together for you, specifically for you and for those that you love, to help you help yourself with what you say, Dr. Hillary, with real what?
Help that's real help.
All right. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break, folks. We're going to come back, and then we're going to go right to, I think, I'm going to let Hill, I ain't going to let nothing. We just gonna come back and we gonna see who about to be in the hot seat for the first words of wisdom for the show. So look, folks, we'll be right back. Don't forget these 6 types of air purifiers. Make sure you write this stuff down. We're going to go and take a quick break, and we will be back.
Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021 proudly presents Survive and Thrive in the 21st Century, coming to you April 22nd with some of the best speakers on the planet, hosted by Dr. Patricia Rogers. Speakers include Dr. Lotus Richey, Charlene Sparks, Dorothy Ross, Sophie Nubani, Noah Crane, Pat Shin, Nas Nightingale-Warfield, Alexander Perez, Cecil Ben-Shimon, Michael Butler, and Nancy Matthews. Cheryl Otero. Grab your ticket today, and we'll see you there at the Entrepreneurs Living the Dream Survive and Thrive in the 21st Century. Remember, follow the show on YouTube. Remember, follow the show and ring that bell so you don't miss that bell. So as you ignite and take flight, as you ignite and take flight in every area of your life. It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professional, not assistant, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professional can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
All right. It's time for the hot seat. It's time for more words of wisdom from all the ladies right here on Bad Air Can Keep You, finding out ways to do what? How to be proactive to improve your quality air.
Yeah.
Because when you are proactive, you are not going to be reactive. You don't have to get ready when you stay ready. So, what we going to with the words of wisdom tonight?
I think I'll go first.
Okay.
And then our guest will go next.
Okay.
And then you'll close it out. But all right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I want to thank our guest, Ms. Cofield, for such great information. You know, that's why we're here. News you can use. And so I really enjoyed it, and just hearing different stuff that, you know, some of the stuff I didn't know. So it's always good to wrinkle our frontal lobe, wrinkle our brain with some new information. And so with all of what was discussed today, the main thing is being proactive, doing what you can do to help your body help you. And if you're going to breathe cleaner air, you're giving your body a better chance to help you have better health. And when you have better health, you're going to have a better life, more vibrant life. And so that's, you know, I'm all for it. And I just loved all the information. And so if you want some more information from me, you know, you say, I do want that vibrant life. I do want that, but I struggle with knowing how to stay on point, how to remind myself, how to stay focused. All you need to do is reach out to me for a free 20-minute clarity call. See how we can work together for coaching, support, accountability, strategies, tips, and techniques and tools. So you can go to bit.ly/speak with Hillary. It is case sensitive, capital S, capital H in my name. bit.ly/speak with Hillary for that free 20-minute clarity call. And I also, I have here the trampoline. Every Monday here on News You Can Use, we bounce. Or we do some kind of exercise. When you don't already have your trampoline, this is my recommendation. And again, you can go to bit.ly/bounce for health. bit.ly/bounce for health for my recommendation for a quality trampoline. And I'm also bouncing on Tuesday nights for my show, the Vibrant Good Health Show, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Thursdays, I have Let's Get Acquainted, where I showcase different people just being able to tell the world what it is they do to help others. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join me here on News You Can Use on Monday for that bounce, and on here on Friday nights as well. And then you can join me for Tuesdays and Thursdays at Hillary Gooden here on Facebook. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. That's some good stuff. Can we have some energy? Woo, woo, woo! Get that clarity call. That's right. Get that clarity call. So I wouldn't want to have to follow that, but we happy that you're here. Miss Cofield.
Now it's the hot seat.
Yes, to jump into that hot seat and give the folks some words of wisdom.
It'll be my pleasure, because I sound like a broken record, because I just believe you can't do better unless you know better. And I am all about being educated on things that matter to me, so that I can make an informed, educated decision as to what's going to work for my family, what's going to work for me. So I don't rely on just one source. I do my homework. So words of wisdom, do your homework, and then make a decision based on your research. And I do that for anything that I'm going to share with my family, with my friends, with my colleagues. I don't promote junk. And it's got to be quality before I will share it with anybody. So it's important to me that you be educated so that you can make that informed decision. Back to you, Lotus.
Awesome. When you know better, you can do better. Mm-hmm. Pow! She dropped the mic. That was a mic drop, y'all. I would drop this, but y'all know this I can't drop. We need that one right there. So with that being said, my words of wisdom are these. Listen to what they said. Okay? Because when you do your homework, I must say that your homework can make your work a lot easier. Mm-hmm. You can come from a place of knowing. You can come from a place where you're not listening to just what they say, mm-hmm. but you can come from a place of what you know. And facts, statistical data over time by reputable organizations that you can believe in and hang your hat on are great. Mm-hmm. But when you do your own research and know what you know, no one can take that from you.
That's right.
And so those are my words of wisdom tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming. And if you've missed the live broadcast, please catch the replay. That's right. Don't beat feet, put it on repeat. Don't beat feet, put it on repeat. And thank you for, making the decision and making it easy for yourself, Angie said. So or making it easy. So thank you so much. And don't forget, folks, our wonderful guest has a resource sheet for you where she's done the research for you. All you got to do is connect with us at Lotus Richey Ignites You. Lotus Richey Ignites You, and get your free resource guide. You can't go wrong. And so, with no further ado, we want to thank you, and we will see you on Monday, where Hillary Gooden, the queen of the lymphatic bounce, is putting us back with more bounce to the ounce when we come back together on Monday as we bounce another day to a healthier life. Until we meet again, woo woo!
All right.
Ignite,
Thank
take
you,
flight
Mary.
with the new you can use. Woo woo!
Yes.
Thanks, Mary. Stand by. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Remember, follow the show on YouTube, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing as you ignite and take flight in every area of your life.